remember a story about a philosophy teacher teaching his class about René Descartes. Now, for those of you who don't know who Descartes was, he was a philosopher who famously quoted, "I think, therefore I am." Basically, Descartes tried to prove that everything in the world existed using his empirical senses. But he soon came to the conclusion that you can't prove anything exists 100% because you're using your senses to prove it. And your senses are flawed. For example, your sight, touch, taste, smell can all be tricked into experiencing something and seeing something that's not actually there, that's not actually happening. So he came to the conclusion of, "I think, therefore I am," because the only thing he could logically prove existed 100% was himself. Because in order to think, he must first exist. "I think, therefore I am." And as the teacher was explaining this to the class, there was a student at the back. The class didn't really understand. The student at the back interrupted and said, "Well, if I don't exist, then what's the meaning to my life? What's the purpose of you being here?" And the teacher said something quite fantastic. He said, "I believe the meaning to life is to have a life full of meaning." And the students still didn't understand this. He said, "Everything we put into our lives, everything we do, gives us purpose, gives us meaning. We create our own meaning in life. And never truly are we filled to the top. There's always room for more care, more love, and more meaning." And the student was baffled at the idea how something could be filled to the top. So the next day, the teacher rather, came into the class and explained exactly what it was that he meant. He took a jar, and he said to the class, "Class, would you agree with me if I said this jar is completely empty?" And the class, yes, agreed, yes, it was clearly completely empty. He says, "This jar here represents each and every one of you." He says, "This jar represents your lives." He says, "It's only in filling it do we give it meaning. It has potential, but it's only in filling it do we give it purpose." And so he proceeded to take some rocks. And he placed the rocks inside of the jar, right from the very bottom, right to the very top. At which point then he asked the class, "Class, would you agree with me if I said this has been filled to the very top?" And the class nodded in agreement. Obviously, clearly it's been filled to the very top. At which point then he proceeded to take some pebbles. And he poured the pebbles into the jar, and the pebbles, they made their way around the rocks, right to the very top. At which point then he asked the class again, "Class, would you agree with me if I said this jar here has been filled to the very top now for a second time?" And the class smiled and dubiously nod, "Yes, somehow something's been filled to the top for a second time." At which point he proceeds to take the third glass. And he takes it. And he pours it in, and that one contains water. And the water makes its way around the rocks and around the pebbles, right to the very top. At which point then he asked the class again, "Would you agree with me if I said this has been now filled to the top for a third time?" And the class dubiously and logically nod, "Yeah, somehow something's been filled to the top for a third time." At which point then he proceeds to take just a napkin. And he takes the napkin and he wraps the whole lot up in a nice little bundle and a nice little package. And he actually says to the class, he says, "This bundle here, this package, represents each and every one of you." He says it represents your lives. He says the rocks represent your family. They come before anything else in this equation. They take up the most space. So next we have the pebbles, and they represent your friends. They're still very important, but they don't come before your family. And finally we have the water. And the water is everything that you are, working its way around all of that to make a nice little bundle, a nice little package that is you. And before you got a chance to finish, the student at the back interrupted and said, "Well, if I don't exist, I can't prove anything exists. I can't prove you exist, and I can't even prove your metaphor exists." And that's where the teacher said, "That's why I fear Descartes was wrong. I don't feel he should have said, 'I think, therefore I am,' because that's too certain. I feel he should have said, 'I think, therefore I am.' I think." Because, ladies and gentlemen, nothing in life is for certain. Not even this.